Welcome to Entrepreneurship 101. Entrepreneurship 101 is created to empower entrepreneurs all over the world, just like my guest today. Wow, Miss Jessie Fahay.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Welcome, Miss Jessie on Entrepreneurship 101. And can you please introduce more about yourself that I missed?
Absolutely. Jessie, I'm someone who's been in business for 17 years, running my own not for profit organization. I participated in a lot of coaching programs for entrepreneurs and then also have my own MBA as well.
Well, congratulations, and thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world, Miss Jessie. Thank you. So today, let's talk about, well, entrepreneurial mindset for women. Let's
Mhm.
empower women all over the world like you.
Love
Many
it.
women, yes, many women entrepreneurs start business to solve problem they deeply care about. How does leading with this purpose-driven why create a
Mm.
different and perhaps a more resilient foundation for entrepreneurial mindset that is starting with a purely financial or optimistic goal?
Yeah. Something that I see as a trend as somebody who is often hiring people or on the other end of the hiring desk is that women, and I don't think this is new information, I think we're pretty aware of this, women are way more apt to not ask for what they're worth or not actually go for what they're worth or make requests for what works for them. There's this sort of silent kind of putting up with that women are very good at. We see it a lot with motherhood. We see it a lot in various positions in which most women are really applying for caretaking positions, and I'm of the belief that those positions are very underpaid in this country: teachers, nurses, social workers. So that same idea of knowing to really ask for not what necessarily what you're worth, although that's part of it, but also asking for what your mission is worth, whether it's a not-for-profit or whether it's a for-profit, really understanding what the value is that you're providing and always asking for what that's worth based on the impact that it's going to have.
Very well said, Miss Jessie. Very well said. Women are often socialized to be humble, collaborative, and to wait for an invitation. What is the most critical internal permission slip a woman grant herself to step into a role of CEO and claim authority and
Yeah.
unapologetically?
Yeah, I love that you said unapologetically. Be willing to take space. Be willing to be unliked. I don't think we should set out to be unliked, but know that part of leadership is that you will be unliked at times.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you will be obviously disagreed with. And also, one of the most important aspects of this is that, yes, you want to bring forth kindness, compassion, and collaboration, but also know that if you're spearheading the ship, then you get to take up space. And so the work is your flagstaff. The work is the most important pillar. So anything and everything that you're doing to serve the work is where you need to remain steadfast. And then be on the lookout for people who underestimate what you're capable of, and not necessarily to rule them out or to be nasty or anything in that realm, but just to be aware and have people in your corner who also know your worth.
To be aware. I like that. Miss Jessie, awareness is the key, people. The word
Mhm.
ambitious can carry negative
Mhm.
connotations for women. How have a
Mhm.
personal redefine ambitions as a positive or generative force, and how you encourage other women to embrace it?
Embrace ambition.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I would say we have it already. We've had it forever. It's just getting reshaped now that there are more female entrepreneurs and more female roles, female leadership roles being taken, but we've always had ambition. Being someone who's a caretaker and someone who might have taken on the role of motherhood or taken on the role of taking care of the home, that's ambitious. We've always had it. It's just being reformulated. So it's not. I don't believe this. I believe that feminism is about choice. So for some women, it's a powerful and empowering choice to take on motherhood and wife, and for some, it is not. Whatever it is, though, we've always been ambitious. It's just recognizing it.
Hmm. We are ambitious people, ambitious. I myself ambitious.
Yeah, everybody.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. We're striving for the best, for sure.
Hmm.
We often juggle multiple identities: founder,
Yeah.
caregiver, partner, community member. How
Hmm.
does entrepreneurial mindset for women uniquely involve integrating these roles rather than com- let's say compromising,
Yeah.
suppressing parts of oneself?
Yeah, I think for myself, I've definitely been in a lot of scenarios where I felt like there are parts of myself I'm supposed to suppress. Definitely entering into the dating world again, I feel like I have to remind myself to turn certain parts of my brain not off, but kind of recalibrate in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if we are in the community, just being social, is that always the time to be talking about your mission and your business? Probably not. I don't think there's a one formula to it. I think what we need to remember is that who we are holistically, and who we are holistically are people who have a whole lot of love and passion, and that doesn't necessarily have to look hard and rigid in a business meeting. It just might need to look focused. And if we have a lot of love and passion, and we have a certain level of directness, we don't need to turn into these inauthentic, overly cute people in different settings either. I think authenticity is the way, and I really do believe that the more authentic we are, the more we will attract all the best people to attract for our business and for relationships. So that's how I would answer that.
Definitely, Miss Jessie. The prove it again bias. So studies show women often face higher bars for proving competence and
Mhm.
credibility. How does this reality shape the strategic mindset a woman must adopt, especially when pitching,
Mhm.
pricing, or negotiating?
Yep. I have had a long experience over the last 16 years of trying to recruit board members onto my board of directors, which is different than women who are trying to secure investment, although it's similar. It's different from women trying to secure different sort of funding channels. For me, it's just having board members who want to come on and volunteer and want to raise funds for the organization, as well as spearhead the organization along with me. And so what I always have to remind myself, and sometimes I have to ground myself, because I still deal with condescension from the opposite gender, and I still am up against a lot that of people who might not take me fully seriously. And so I have to constantly ground myself in the value that I provide, the work that I've done, and the work ethic that I have. And I think that takes ongoing. We can get into self-deprecation mode so easily. I think all human beings can, and I think women really can to a really, really exponential degree. And so I think it is a constant reminder of, my God, look at the work you did. Look at the results you produced. And yeah, you made mistakes. We all do. But look at what it is you actually accomplished. And whoever you're talking to, it's not necessarily that they need to shower you with compliments, but are they looking to provide the level of value that you've provided? Are they willing to meet you where you're at as far as what you have, how you've established yourself? Are they going to view you as an equal and work with you as an equal? And if they're not, then this is something I wish I had done 5-6 years ago. There's a conversation to be had about, hey, how is it that you're actually relating to me? Which I think is useful to do in relationships as well. Are you relating me as somebody who you need to manage and fix? Are you relating to me as somebody who you need to constantly educate, and your education is valuable, but are you viewing me as a collaboration partner? I think checking in that way is important, and it's hard, it's jarring, it's not comfortable, but knowing where your value is and where and how it can be met is really critical.
Critical for sure. And Miss Jessie,
Hmm?
let's talk about the comparison trap. A
Mm.
different arena. While all entrepreneurs compare, women often compare across vastly different domains. Like another
Mhm.
founders finding funding round versus their own child's school play. How
Yeah.
they build a mindset that is informed by the market but insulated from their uniquely gendered fragmented comparison.
Wow, that's quite a question. Don't
Thank
spend
you.
too much time on social media.
Yes.
Set limits on social media. Use social media to do your marketing. Even better, have people do it for you and don't be on it at all. That's actually what I'm creating next. Is that I will have interns hired, and we've had interns run our social media in the past, but have other people do it. Don't engage at all. That's a healthy life. So that's the biggest thing. I'm not saying don't engage in it at all, because it is a free marketing tool and it's really useful and needed. But I'm just I think it is just wounding people's hearts and souls. Even when quote unquote good things happen on social media, like say you post something and people respond well to it, that's great. And then you get that dopamine hit. And then when it doesn't happen the next time, it's a crash. It's just it's hurting a lot of people's psyches. I can't imagine being a young person and navigating that landscape. So that's one big one, because I think comparison so frequently happens in those platforms because everybody posts all the good things, all the great things, their engagement, their wedding, the child's play, the vacation. And look, I've been guilty of it too. When I have had a really wonderful event happen, I'll post because I'll, want to share it with the world, but they don't know that, I'm not sharing like all the heart and struggle and all the mistakes and all the blunders that happened on the way to that event. So people are engaged in this comparison trap because they're comparing what they are going through with this image that is only showing successes. So that's a big one. The other one is, yes, look at trends, but then also look at what are you, and this is something I got through a lot of entrepreneurial training, but look at what is it that you're making it mean about yourself. And I have to do this constantly, but I'm of a certain age and I don't have X, Y, and Z, or I haven't accomplished X, Y, and Z, and I must be a loser. I must be whatever that inner chatter is. get out of it. Talk to people, get in dialogue, because our inner chatter is very rarely kind, because our inner chatter wants us to just survive. So get out, talk to people. People have a
Good
very
people.
yes,
Get
and I'll say one
yeah,
more
go
thing.
ahead.
People often have a very different view of you, a way more positive view of you than whatever you might have of yourself internally.
Hmm. Talk to the real people. People go outside and
Yes. Go outside, even
smells.
in the cold. It's so freezing here in New York. Go outside.
Go outside
Yes.
and smell the snow, smell the breeze,
Yeah.
people. So women are often labeled as more as a breeze averse. Is that a mindset to overcome or a strategic advantage? How can more measured approach to risk lead to a more sustainable intentional business growth?
I'm sorry. You said women are more prone
Risk, yeah, risk averse.
risk adverse.
Averse,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Uh, so that's very true. I actually think there's truth in that. I think
Mm-hmm.
there's some careful sort of hedging that's done with women, and I think it has to do with how we're wired. I think we, as if you look at biology, it takes a great amount of risk to go out and hunt. And so men who are hunters, you're risking your life on a regular basis, and you have one target, and you got to get that target, and it's got to be done well, and you're going to go out and you're going to take that risk. Whereas women, it's not to say we're not taking risks, but we're managing multiple small risks at the same time, like cooking and sewing. So there's, the stereotype, which I do believe there's truth to, of how we can be multitaskers. There's a little bit of truth to that, because we are hardwired to have multiple sort of pots on the fire at the same time. So to have us be less risk adverse, again, I think it goes back to what I talked to a few minutes ago, which is to understand our worth. I think understanding our value and our worth, and just say, oh, you know what, it is worth taking this risk every once in a while. I think there's a there's a tough balance between risk and recklessness, but but we have to look at, okay, what is it that we can do to stand in our value? Yeah, and know our value. Oh, you're
It's
on mute.
values, values, values indeed.
Yeah.
So, Miss Jessie, what are your short-term and long-term goals as an entrepreneur?
Long term is to have Ripple Effect Artists, my production company that I founded in 2009, to grow to be a company that has regular 3 to 4 week runs on major off Broadway stages, and that we reach 100,000 people per season, whether it be a combination of live or virtually. And then also in the short term, is to have this season revolving around immigration and immigration policies really have a sold out run in June, and to really have some important conversations, and to have more New Yorkers engaged in our midterms. And if our show, our off Broadway show, has a little bit of a catalyst to, or serves as a bit of a catalyst for our midterms turning out, then I feel like we will have done our job.
Think definitely, and good luck to your goals, Miss Jessie. And looking forward for more success. And what will be your piece of advice for those people out there who want to be entrepreneur like you?
Know you're worth it. Surround yourself with people who know that you're worth it, and start. Just start.
People, just start. Stop procrastinating and
Yep.
share to the
You're never going
world.
to get it right. So just start
Mm.
anyway.
Start and start and start. And you need to learn from your mistake and
Mhm.
get up. Then
Mhm.
try and try and try until you succeed.
Mhm.
So thank you for that advice, Miss Jessie. So in a complete or in a competitive landscape, how can women cultivate a genuine mindset of collaboration and rising tide lift all boats without undermining their own competitive edge?
Mm, I think how they can cultivate this is do as much as possible to set the terms before you create your teams and your meetings. When you create your teams and your meetings, be very clear about the intent. You're not just having a meeting to have a meeting, and you're not just collaborating for the sake of collaborating, although that's lovely, but you want to actually know what the intention is. So always know your intention and stay true to it.
Know your intention, people. So, Miss Jessie, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world. So, can you please invite our listeners to support your business, your advocacy, or whatever projects that you're doing right now?
Yes, please visit Ripple Effect Artists plural.com, rippleeffectartists.com. Learn all about our upcoming show, and we have a gala coming up in February.
This all the gala, Miss Jessie. Tell us so that people will be involved to it.
Yeah, it's our Valentine's Gala. It's our annual gala. We've had 13 of them at this point. This one will be at the White Horse Tavern in the Financial District in Manhattan. And we have limited capacity, so please get tickets now. We're going to have a fantastic immigrant comic perform, and there's going to be snacks and drinks. People are welcome to dress up like Jason from Friday the 13th because it is Friday the 13th, just for some fun because we're theater people. So come and enjoy and play.
Yes, people, let's support Miss Jessie Fahay because if you support her, for sure, more and more empowering advocacy like this to rise. So, Miss Jessie, thank you so much for your time. Bodycon people, see you soon.